how's it going, everyone? I'm back. You all seem to like the previous video, so we're here for another one. Today, we're going to be doing the same concept, but this time we'll be going over all of the Kamen Rider openings from Ichigo to Gavv. Mostly because while Zet's opening music has been revealed, Zet's opening theme still hasn't been played within the first 2 episodes. Just getting out there now. So as you can see down here in the not rating list, these are all the openings that from this tier list here will not be getting rated. So I won't be rating either the Japanese or American Dragon Knight openings. I won't be rating Masked Rider, though if I was, Masked Rider would just be an F. So in all honesty, I'm just going to drop that there, an F already right off the bat. I'm not going to be rating Shinobi's opening. I don't even know what this is. And I won't be rating the Showa movie riders because they're technically not openings, they're actually ending themes. And then, as you see here, Zet's is here. Zet's is added because this list did not have Gachard, Gavv, or Zet's, so I added them in. Just so I can do this properly. I thought Zet's. I didn't know until after I'd added the Zet's opening portrait that Zet's wasn't that Zet's opening theme, like the actual visuals, has still yet to be shown. So anyway, enough of my blabbering. Let's get on to this. Like before. Oh, hang on. I learned last time that it's easier to have this here in case I do need to pull it forward. Like before, the video is inverted. So like before, the video is going to be inverted. I made sure this time that the tier list itself is not inverted. And then, of course, my watermark is up here to try and block the visuals enough to try and skirt copyright. The copyright bots did give me the usual, hey, your audio is copyrighted, but nothing is blocked, so we're fine for now. Alright, so starting with Ichigo. Unlike Super Sentai, I am more familiar with the Kamen Rider openings. I will get that out of the way. I haven't watched almost any of the Showa Riders though, so like before, these ratings are going to be purely off of visual aesthetics and the songs themselves. I'm going to try and leave my bias of the shows out of this, although unlike Super Sentai, my bias might show a little bit more with Kamen Rider. And right off the bat, I can say this is very 1971. It's definitely not a bad opening. I mean, it does do the thing of giving you the synopsis for the show to give you an idea. Alright, so I think similar to what I did with GLEranger, I'm just gonna put Ichigo's first opening, or technically it's more like Ichigo's opening in general, in C. This is Ichigo, this is Kamen Rider opening 2 next. Some tend to call this Nigo's opening. But it's just Kamen Rider opening 2. because I mean it is still Ichigo in the video scene, Because if I remember correctly, the difference between Ichigo and Nego is Nego has the solid stripe and the red gloves and boots. I could be wrong. Yeah, no, I am right. Nego has the solid stripes and the red gloves and boots. Ichigo has the double lines and the silver gloves and boots. Alright. Honestly, they're equal. They're both C. They're both C, yeah. Right, so now we're on V3's opening. There is no opening for Riderman, since Riderman is a part of V3's show. Unlike Super Sentai, there's not really much I can, like, yap about now that I think about it. At least not for Showa. Which is surprising to say, since I am more of a Kamen Rider person than I am a Super Sentai person. But it's just Showa, early Showa, I don't really have as much to yap about, surprisingly enough.
Kamen Rider V3 Kazamishiro は改造人間である。謎の秘密組織デストロンに重傷を負わされたが、仮面ライダー1号2号によって改造手術を受け、仮面ライダー V3 として蘇った。
Honestly, yeah, again, V3 is average and it's better than the first two Ichigo openings. Next is X.
Kamen Rider X!
Man, just Showa fans are gonna fucking rip me apart for the fact that I'm putting most of Showa into average so far. And the thing is with old Showa openings, it's a kid's show opening. It's just an anthem of here's the hero doing heroic things. Honestly, if I had to say, I'm probably gonna put X and D. I wasn't that big of a fan of it. Yeah, this is the Kamen Rider that kind of, this is the Kamen Rider show that kind of got a Kamen Rider in the on the shit list of a lot of parents back in the day for being extremely violent. I mean, Amazon in this form definitely also would not fly with the international fan base, with like some people in the international fan base. I actually like Amazon. Amazon's gonna go in B. So next up is Storonga. Kamen Rider bobblehead. TJ Omega's favorite Kamen Rider at that. Well, favorite Showa rider, at least, as far as I remember. And also the first Kamen Rider to have a super form. Yep, here's the super form that I was talking about.
Kamen Rider Stronger Joe Shigeru は自ら進んで改造手術を受けて電気人間となり、日本の平和と正義を守るため世界征服を狙う悪の組織デルザー軍団を倒すべく完全と立ち上がった。
Alright. Honestly, yeah, I liked Stronger too. I liked it. I don't like it as much as Amazon, but I like that opening. So now we're on to the first. Now we're on to the two Skyrider openings. Right, this is just called Skyrider was just called Kamen Rider because it was supposed to be a reboot of the franchise, and then they 180'd on that plan real quick. Ooh, look at that green. That was it a green screen at that point, or was it blue screen still? I mean, regardless, it gives fucking Christopher Reeve Superman a run for its money. More structural damage. Ooh, there we go. There's the there's the giving Superman a run for its money. That's got to be a figure. That's not. That can't even be the actual actor or suit actor. Oh no, that was the suit actor. I think I'm gonna just put it in C above the first three. It was okay. Now Skyrider opening 2. Yeah, I was about to say, I think it's still just called Kamen Rider. I don't think they, even though they abandoned the idea of rebooting it. Still didn't give him a specific name in his show, or at least in his title. put it below Sky, or a bit below Stronger. Not a fan of the part with the kids shouting, but other than that, it's fine. Oh, hey, it's the problematic guy in real life. Other than that, I love Super 1's design. He's probably one of my favorite Showa riders. Barring the obvious two. You know, if it wasn't for the fact that Super Sentai and Kamen Rider are made by the same fucking studio, seeing the multicolored monsters kind of running down to attack Super 1 could have been seen as something completely different. Alright, I'd probably put that between Stronger and Amazon. Alright, time for Zet-Cross. Or more specifically, Kamen Rider, 10th Rider altogether. We have Ichigo, Nigel, next up should be Void 3. Yep, there's Void 3. Daidaman. Exu. You had to stop on the crotch shot. Okay. Amazon. Storonga. Skyrider. Super 1. And then there he is, the man of the hour, Zet-Cross. I'm gonna put that above Amazon. Alright, here he is, the man of the hour. My favorite Showa rider. The barring the obvious I mentioned when I was talking about liking Super 1. I really need to watch Black Suns. I've yet to actually watch Black Suns. Oh, look at that special effect. That is a cool shot. Like, not gonna lie, that is a very cool shot. No surprise, black is gonna be our first to hit A. And then, of course, here is where my childhood nostalgia kind of kicks in. because of a certain show in F here. Listen, I may have nostalgia for it, but that's not going to stop me from putting it in F. Both the opening theme and if I were to rate the show itself. Though, like, I'll save that for if I tier the suits. Well, not if, for when I tier the rider suits. I will eventually do a tier list of all the rider suits, all the primary rider suits, all their super forms, and all their final forms. And I'll probably do a reaction. I'll probably do a tier list for their, like their henshins, and honestly, I'll probably mix that all together. I'll do a tier list to tier the suits and henshins together for their primary forms, their super forms, and their final forms. Tell me how you'd rather I do it. If you want me to just tier the suits on their own, and then tier their the henshins for the super and for the primary super and final forms. Oh, hang on. Yeah, no surprise that's also going into A. But yeah, tell me in the comments down below, more engagement, whether or not you'd rather I do it together, where I tier the henshin and the suits, so each individual one. So a tier list for the henshin and primary and suits of and the henshin and the base suits of the primary riders, henshin and super forms, henshin and final forms. Or should I just tier all the suits on their own, and then do a tier list for each of the henshins? Let me know in the comments below. So we're done with Showa, now we're on Heisei. I really need to sit down and watch Kuga, especially since it's stupid easy to legally watch it now. We are getting very close to my favorite Kamen Rider. I will make that very apparent when we get to him. I'd probably put Kuga between Black and RX. And now we're on last I remember TJ's favorite Heisei Rider. Alright, so if you're questioning the two Agitos here, that's all dependent on whether or not this video splits Agito, does both Agito openings. Because Agito does have two openings that are different enough. Because the first opening is the first chorus of the song, and the second opening is the second chorus of the song. All right. I'd probably put it above Kuga, but still below Black. Okay, yep. So they do have both openings. Which, like I said, this is the second half of the song. Ooh, I never noticed that funky electric synth in the left ear before. That was the first time I noticed that really funky electric guitar sound in the left earbud, or left headphone, I should say. And I've listened to this song quite a bit. And I mean, it's the same song, just a different part of it, so it's gonna go right next to its main counterpart. Hi, Ash Ketchum. For those who are unaware, this is sung by Ash Ketchum's Japanese voice actress, Rika Matsumoto. So I'm 99.9% certain that pretty much anyone watching this already knows that little fun fact. I will say, since I'm not going to be rating anything Dragon Knight down here, I don't hate Dragon Knight. I actually do like Dragon Knight. If I was to rate the show itself, it would probably be in C or B. It was not a bad adaptation. Unlike this cursed fuck. No surprise, this is also going to be going into A, above Black. And here it is. This is my favorite Kamen Rider. Faiz has some of my favorite suits in Kamen Rider. Faiz Axel is my favorite rider suit of all time. Autovajin is also a very good design. Like, I will 100% say Autovajin is a very good design. Alright, Faiz is going into A tier as well. Surprising to say, given I just gushed about it being one of my favorite designs, and it's not S tier. I am unfortunately noticing a trend of of myself that Heisei has not broken below A yet. Don't worry, I can tell you right now that's going to change fairly soon. I really want to know the thought process behind freaking round 0. I mean, not round 0, excuse me, Brave Blade. I really want to know the thought process behind this. Yeah, that's the first one. That's B. The song is good. The opening visuals are actually... Yeah, no. Song is good. Opening visuals are what hold it back. I know, I did say it right. Round 0, Brave Blade. For some reason, I thought it was 2 different songs on the album when I was reading the album artwork title. Another one I really do need to sit down and watch eventually is Blade. I've yet to watch Blade. Yeah, you punch that camera. Very, very 2000s boy band. Opening visuals. I'd probably put it above Agito in A. And here's another one I really need to sit down and watch. I've yet to touch Hibiki. Mostly because I was hit with that I was hit with the 2000. I got into Kamen Rider in like 09, 2010. I was marred by the stigma that the Western community gave Hibiki for being different. But now it's like I do want to go back and watch it since I never touched it. Alright, so Hibiki opening 1, I really like. It's gonna go between Kuga and Agito. This is This is definitely a downgrade from that previous one. I know the whole story with Hibiki. Hibiki was not meant to be a Kamen Rider series, and then was, during development, was changed into a Kamen Rider series after Blade. Like, it was originally being developed to be an Oni-based, an Oni-themed tokusatsu of its own, and then was adapted into Kamen Rider later. Hence, like, the no cry of henshin or anything like that, and the very different vibe in the beginning as opposed to the latter half of the show. Yeah. Actually, nah, yeah. I don't like that song. I don't like it. Alright, so now we're on the first Kamen Rider show I ever finished. Keyword is ever finished, by the way. It's like, I will say it's definitely going back and looking at Kabuto without the nostalgia goggles. Tendo is definitely a. I'll get to explaining my opinions on Tendo when we get to his better incarnation. This is definitely gonna go. Yeah, A above Agito, but below Blade's second opening. I don't know, dude. Probably what is the most overrated Kamen Rider. I don't hate Deno, but I definitely was not fond of how much Toei was shoving Deno down our throats in the 2010s. Also, I feel bad. Well, no, let me not say that. Okay, climax jump. If I had to put it anywhere, I guess I'd put it B above Round Zero. And then I'm gonna just preemptively just drop this here. Because this is basically the exact same thing, but it's gonna be sung by the Imagine. Actually, you know, I'm gonna put the Imagines version above it. I kind of like the Imagines version better than the original, vocals-wise. It's definitely interesting. It's like you never think that Tomokazu Seki could sing so well. Alright, now for the second Kamen Rider series I ever watched, the second Kamen Rider series I finished. It's like, what is it? Kabuto and Kiba were the first two Kamen Rider series I ever watched all the way through. And I will get to the extra part of the fun fact in a minute. Ixa is definitely another one of my top favorite rider suits, just well as Kiva and Kiva Emperor. Not that big of a fan of Dogabaki Emperor. I'll get to that when I tier like the extra final forms of all the riders. No surprise, this one's actually going to go in S tier. This is one of my favorites. This is like a top favorite song of mine, and I just overall like the visuals of Kiva's opening. Now onto the extra fun fact. So, Decade here was my first Kamen Rider series. Asterisk. And I'm not saying asterisk because of Masked Rider. Actually, the asterisk is because of J down here. When I was a little kid, like a little kid, when Masked Rider was airing, me and my family went to a video store in my old hometown, and I happened to see the box for what looked like Masked Rider. So we rented it. I watched it. Didn't really understand what was going on because it was in Japanese, but I was able to follow the subtitles at least. And I liked it, and it happened to be J. When we went to bring it back, they asked me how I liked it, and I said I loved it, and they just told me to keep it because no one was renting it anyway. I was the first person to rent it in the weeks since the months since they had gotten it. So they let me keep it. And I cannot find it for the life of me. When we moved, I have no idea where it went. Decade is gonna go between Black and Elements, by the way. I do like Decade. There is the bit of nostalgia because this is my first modern Kamen Rider series with knowledge of what Kamen Rider is. Even though I didn't know of the existence of Kamen Rider since around the same time as Maji Ranger, because after finding out Power Rangers was Japanese, I looked up Masked Rider, of all weird things, saw that Masked Rider also had a show similar to like Power Rangers where it took the footage from, and then had found out around that time that they were trying to work on Dragon Knight with Ryuki. So I did try back in the day to watch an episode of Ryuki on YouTube, but if I remember correctly, I believe Kamen Rider was targeted much more stronger by Toei than Super Sentai was with the early YouTube DNCAs. Like, I'm talking the early like Wild West days where it's like normally no one would give a fuck, but yeah. Ah, yes, double. This is my... I don't want to say it is my all-time favorite, but it's up there as one of my all-time favorites, especially of Heisei Phase 2, Neo-Heisei, whichever terminology you like to use. This was, I believe Double was also the first Rider belt I bought. It was either Double or Kiva's. Unfortunately, I have no more Kamen Rider belts because, unfortunately, I needed money, and these things sold for a lot whenever I needed money. So, unfortunately, I don't have any Kamen Rider belts. I'd love to freaking get my hands on the Complete Selection Modification 2.0 Double Driver. But, that's too much money, and importing stuff is impossible. See my statement about Tega's Sword before. Hi, yeah, this is also S tier. Oh, shit! Cool. I didn't realize that they had Futo PI here. 1 second. I legit wasn't expecting Futo PI to be in this tier list. I should have, but I was not expecting. That's another thing I need to get back to watching. I think I watched like the first 4 or 5 episodes of Futo PI. I don't remember. I need to finish this, and I need to watch the movie, and then hopefully we get a second season. I would 100% though love if they would do an abridged retelling of Double in the anime style. Like 100%, an abridged retelling of Futo PI would just be amazing. An abridged retelling of Double in Futo PI's style would just be perfect. Because while live action will always be great for Kamen Rider, there's just so much more that can be done in an anime style for Kamen Rider. But it's like, if Futo PI had been successful and they did do like an abridged retelling of Double following it, like just doing abridged retellings of like all the past Kamen Riders in anime style would be so great. I'm gonna put that in B. If it was the insert song, if like the opening theme had instead been the insert song, what was it? Futo PI insert song. It was double LX, I believe is what it's called. Futo PI double. Oh, Double Goes Next. That was it. It was Double Goes Next. WGX. Double Goes Next. If the opening theme had been Double Goes Next, it probably would have been S tier alongside Double BX, or at least A tier. Another one of my favorites. I have so much regrets. I regret hating on this show when it first aired after Double. It took me a long time to get into it. Around the time of Puto Tira debuting was when I had all of a sudden said, you know what? I like this. Went on a buying spree, got almost everything. I think I just didn't have the Meta Jalabur. I had the Meta Gaburyu, but not the Meta Jalabur nor the Taja Spinner. And then, because I was a toy reviewer at the time, as soon as Double was over and Forze was starting, I begrudgingly traded the entire collection for like, I think it was $200 and a Forze driver from someone on Ranger Board. I regret doing that so badly. I want to get the double. I want to get my O stuff back so badly. And again, as I said multiple times, like with the Tegasword, unfortunately trying to import stuff right now is impossible. No fucking surprise, this is going in like A tier above Fies. Forze. I have grown to tolerate you a lot more than I used to. I do like Forze's base form. I'll get into my opinions on the suits when I do the tier list for the suits. But I will say, I'm not a fan of this show. Cast is not bad. He's great as Ichigo in the live-action Bleach. But I'm just not a fan of this show. I gave it a try. I got to about... I think I want to say I got to about just after Magnet State's debut. Before I just bailed out. Yeah, I would say I got to about Magnet States, because Magnet States was the last toy I bought. Well, no, I have the Fusion State Switch. One of the few Toku toys I still have, as well as the Billy, Billy the Rod, the Electric States weapon. I have that still. I have the Fusion Switch. But and I have like I should have the camera switch somewhere, which is one of the best fidget toys ever. But yeah, it's not my favorite Rider series. I'd probably put the opening right below Private Eye. Now to one of my other favorites. I had another one where I had almost all of the main, like the main gimmick the main toys. And I had, I just was missing the Beast Magnum. And I had pretty much all the all the rings that I really cared about. I wasn't looking to collect all the rings, just the main important ones: form changes, attacks, certain effect-related ones. And then again, I sold them because money was tight and I was moving and I needed to downsize my stuff. I will definitely get to, again. I will get to my opinions on suits and everything when I do my tiering on suits. But Wizard is definitely one of my favorites. And that's it. Also, Iron Mouse's favorite Kamen Rider. It's going in A tier above O's. Definitely when I get to, if I was to do a tier list of Kamen Rider shows, which is more likely than Super Sentai, but still unlikely given I've barely scratched the surface of anything pre-Kiva. If I was to do a tier list, it would just be like Neo-Heisei or Heisei Phase 2. Because I'm more familiar with Heisei Phase 2 than I am with, I'm way more familiar with Heisei Phase 2 than I am anything like I said, pre-Kiva. I know Kiva is not Heisei Phase 2, by the way. I'm just saying. Pre-Kiva is where I'm, like, not as familiar with Rider. But this is definitely, this is like this show is like top 5 Kamen Rider for me. Actually, it's more like top 3 Kamen Rider for me. This is definitely going in S tier between Kiva and Double. Drive is another one that I regret giving as much shit as I did when it first aired. Again, it's just coming off of such a really good show with such a weird concept and design. But similar to Forza, how Forza grew on me, Drive grew on me a lot, but unlike Forza, Drive grew on me a lot. Like, I love this show a lot compared to Forza. Drive is where I would say would be like top 10 riders. Maybe top 5. And his finish, his rider kick goes hard. I'd probably put it between Anything Goes and Showtime. Oh, Ghost. This one disappoints me. This one disappoints me so much. I gave this show way more time than it deserved. Like, more than Forza. Like, I wanted to like Ghost. Like, I gave it to, like, I think 3 or 4 episodes after the debut of Mugen. Also, anyone else agree with me that Mugen should have been the name for the Grateful suit, and Grateful should have been the name for the Mugen suit? Mugen fits the theme of Grateful better, the infinite possibility of humanity, and Grateful fits the theme of Mugen better. Or is it just me that feels that way? I don't know. I mean, I love Mugen's suit. There's like so much I can say about Ghost. Because again, it's like this show disappoints me because I wanted to like it. Like, I really wanted to like it. It's going to go below Forza, by the way. Not above, below. Like, I really wanted to like Ghost. I gave it so much time. More time than a lot of my friends gave it. Necrom and Necrom and Spectre are like the best characters out of the show, especially Necrom. Necrom was the best character out of the show. Right. Now we're getting to another one of my all-time favorites, and another one that I regret having to sell the stuff for, but I actually really needed the money at the time. Like, for personal reasons, I needed the money, so I had to sell all of my X8 stuff. And I was so close to finishing the collection. As I said in the Super Sentai tier list video, I was actually ready to cosplay as Emu. I had gotten this shirt, this specific shirt he's wearing in the opening, custom made. I had commissioned the stethoscope because I was not spending the money on the toy. I had everything. And then I had to cancel going to Anime Next 2017 because we moved. Like, for context, I didn't know we were gonna move in 2017. I bought the tickets. I had bought the tickets summer 2016 after Anime Next 2016 had passed. So it's like I already had the tickets bought in 2016, and then like 2017 started, and my father was like, "Yep, we're moving." This is going in S above Break the Chain. Also, fun fact about Daichi Miura. If you there's an old, he's been singing since he was a child. Go look up the opening theme for an anime called Microman, or Micronauts. Chisana Kyojin Microman. That's the name of the show. Go look up its opening and listen to it. That is baby Daichi Miura singing the opening. He sounds exactly as if Michael Jackson from the Jackson 5 was singing in Japanese when he was a baby. Fun fact. And then again, I have this habit. It's like, after a really good season, I give the next season a lot of shit because of something weird with it, which for Bill's case was some of the full bottle forms I did not like. Comic Ninja, Gorilla Mond. So I skipped the show for a while, and then I dive into it later. This is another great show that I regret skipping. And I do need to sit down and actually watch it eventually. Also, I know in the alternate future he is alive and happy, but Toei, can you please give my man Otoya a break in the primary series? He has been a Kamen Rider twice, and in both times he does not have a happy ending. Also, great song. I love Beverly. This is going below Excite. Another one that I really need to watch. I basically watched this through clips. I've seen the movie. I've seen the Heisei Generations Forever movie. I have not watched his summer movie yet, though. I do need to watch this eventually. Omagio is one of my favorite designs. I want to get the Omagio driver. I will forever repeat the problems with trying to get one right now. I really wish, what is it? Toei, what is it? Bandai had recently done like a super best reissue of most of the Heisei Rider stuff. I really wish they put that on Premium Bandai. I hate that it was all Japanese and Chinese exclusive. I really hope they do another release of all the Super Best stuff and just put it on Premium Bandai. America for us to buy. I like that. I really do like Over Quartzer. It's another favorite song of mine. Opening was decent. I'll probably put it behind Life is Showtime. Okay, so I'm gonna just preface this again. Basically between Xaid till Geats, I have not really sat down and watched Kamen Rider. From Xaid to Geats, my watching of Kamen Rider is mostly through clips of the new forms and some fights. So new forms, new riders being introduced, certain key fights in the final battles have always been my my way of watching them, and the movies. So like I have a slight familiarity because I do watch at least the winter movies. I try not to watch the summer movies since they are like the bookend for the series. I also do know that 01 got fucked because of 2020 and the oops of that year. Also, I love the fact that TM Revolution sings this song. Uh, 01 is definitely also going in A tier, below Life is Showtime, and above Over Quartzer. Okay, Saber. From everything that I've heard about this show, and everything I have seen with this show is so fucking disappointing. It's like, such great suit designs, but from everything that I've heard from people, they fumbled so bad. And then the things I have seen, I can see how it fumbled. Like, to me, like, when I heard about the whole arc where was it Toma? Toma was his name, right? Yeah, Toma. When I heard that basically after he beat Caliburn, all of a sudden everyone turns on him, I'm like, you guys fought with him for so long. You saw the type of person he is. How the fuck do you turn on him? Oh, also, this fucking mess of a disappointment of a final form. I'll get to that when I rank the final forms. Like, Saber's final form is probably one of the most disappointing final forms to me. I don't really like Saber's opening that much. I don't like the opening. I really don't like the storybook world and all that. I'm gonna put it in C. High C, but C. Revice is another one I definitely do want to sit down and watch. Like, I will say right now, Evility Live's standby loop is my ringtone. Evility Live is one of my favorite is one of my favorite forms out of this show. The Evility Live of Veil, Juga, Jack Revice, some of my favorite forms. Not really a fan of Gifford Rex, their final form, if I had to say. Again, I'll get into that opinion when I do tier lists on the suits and everything. Now the question is for anyone who has watched Revice, who is considered the secondary rider? Is it Live and Evil, or is it John? Or is it Demons? Is Demons the secondary rider? Is Live Evil the secondary rider? Or is John the secondary rider? Because I have no idea. That's gonna go probably B tier above Private Eye. Alright, now for my favorite Reiwa rider. Like, this was the first rider series, this was the newest rider series I rewatched. I had watched while it aired. And I fucking loved it. Like, I had not been excited to sit down and watch a show from start to, like, at weekly. Like, even, and like, not even a lot of anime get me that way nowadays. To, like, be excited to sit down and watch it weekly. Like Geets had me. Oh yeah, and right. The thing I was talking about with Kabuto, like, I understand, like, because through Ace, I understand the problems with Kabuto, because Ace is honestly just a better Tendo Soji. Like, Ace fixed a lot of the problems that Tendo Soji had with his Gary Stewness. No surprise, Geets is definitely going... I'd probably say it's below Pandora. Gotchard is another one that's like... It had such a great premise and great potential. And they fumbled it with mainly in, like, with two things. Too many forms. Fucking... almost said Haruto. Why can't I remember his... the writer's name? Hotaro. Ichinose Hotaro. What is it? Just too many forms. Hotaro almost never failing. And what was the final form? Which goes back to the too many forms things. Again, I will get to that when we go over rider forms. Because pinpointing what is considered his super form is annoying. Okay. Back On definitely does a lot of the heavy lifting. I fucking love Back On. Visuals were good. I'd probably put this... I'd still put it below Showtime, but above Realize. Alright, now we have to do a little bit of fast forwarding. I'll just move this here. Where is the first Amazon's open? No, that's J. That's J. So first Amazon's opening starts here. Because as you could see, this video only goes up to Gotchard. I have Gavv on the. I have Gavv in the play as the next thing in this playlist. So we're gonna do the two Amazons and then we'll do Gavv. Amazons is another thing I still have yet to watch. Mostly because I was annoyed at Amazons for being, like, a quarter of what was the problem with Ghost. If I remember correctly, also, one of these Amazons was also part of Go-Go 5, the Blue Ranger, if I'm correct. I believe it's this guy here. The one with the mustache and goatee. Okay, I do like Amor Zone. I don't understand anything with the visuals. It's a good song. I'll probably put it below Live Devil. Is this a case of the song is used as an ending theme, but it counts as an opening, or was it just the first episode they used it as the ending theme, and that's what this person's grabbing? Because if that was the case, then I would have treated this like I'm treating fucking... I would have treated this like I'm treating Shin, Zeto, and Jay. That said episode 3, so that's probably means they're doing the same thing that they did for Amazon Season 2. They treat the opening as the ending, like they did for the Showa movies. Yeah, I'll probably put it just... Actually, you know what? I'll probably put it behind Private Eyes, because it's like, it has no visuals to go with it, but it's a good song. Alright. So the next thing is Kamen Rider Dragonite and Masked Rider, so we're just gonna go right into the Gavv opening. I do apologize for the quality drop. This is all I could pretty much grab. Again, with the thing, Gavv is another one that I do regret not giving the chance that it did deserve at the beginning. I do need to sit down and watch it properly. I've basically only watched it through Aizenzone's reviews. Like, I haven't actually watched the show properly. I just literally watched it through his reviews of the episodes. And then, of course, clips of forms and everything. The premise seemed really... It was Gaim all over again, where it's like the premise seemed so weird that I wasn't really willing to give it a chance, but but then I gave it a chance later. Even though I did give Gaim the chance in the beginning, kind of fell off after the first couple of episodes, then came back right around when shit happened, when shit hit the fan. Alright, but anyway, I'll probably put it below Live Devil. It's fine, the visuals were okay, not that big of a fan of the song. But, so yeah, there it is. That is your tier list. Let me just... for that. But yeah, so there's your tier list. It's almost about kind of what I was expecting when I was originally going into this. The S tiers are some of the S tiers are definitely some of my favorite writers, but again, we will actually get to that when I start tiering the suit designs and everything. Overall, again, honorary F tier goes to Masked Rider. We have more C's and D's though than we did. Wait, no, excuse me. We have more D's than we did with Super Sentai. I think the Super Sentai tier list had an E tier, which is what was throwing me off. Yeah, the Super Sentai had E tier. This just goes straight from D to F. So that's what threw me off. We have a lot more stuff in the D tier than we did though with Super Sentai. But then again, we had 1D, 1E, so it still fits. Remember, if something is in C tier, even though there's one less tier, C tier is average for me. That means it's good. It's good. It's not terrible. It's average. I'm not saying it's bad. D tier it's fine, but it's not my favorite thing. Fuck Masked Rider. So anyway, that's about it. Leave your comments down below on your opinions on this tier list. Go ahead and tell me how much of an idiot I am that your favorite show wasn't in S tier. Tell me your opinions on what are some of your favorite openings, and let me know down below what other things you want to see me do tier lists on. Someone had said they want to see me do a tier list of Super Sentai endings. I will probably do that eventually. I need to see if there is a compilation video of all the ending themes first before I even think about tackling that. Because if there isn't a compilations list of endings, then it's going to be a lot more difficult for me to properly do endings. Kamen Rider does not have ending themes outside of a very, very select few, so there is no doing an endings theme tier list for Kamen Rider. So yeah, with that all being said, if you like this video, do give it a like, subscribe for more. I forgot to mention this in the other video, but for those who are seeing my content for the first time, I do live stream on Twitch, Wednesday through Friday, starting anywhere between 2:30 p.m. Eastern time to 4 p.m. Eastern time. I start between those time periods. That's not my streaming time period. Although it is sometimes the streaming time period if I start at 2:30. I stream anything from JRPGs to Pokemon, to other stuff. Currently, I'm trying to finish up my playthrough of Digimon Stories Cyber Sleuth to get ready for Time Strangers in about less than 2 weeks. Actually, no, it is about 2 weeks. Well, about 2 weeks from when I'm recording this. So, do stay tuned for that. VODs for that will probably be going up onto the channel, for those who miss the live streams. So, yeah, thank you all for coming, and I will see you all later. Hope to see you in my live streams, and bye-bye.